fucking knew it. I knew something sounded weird. I was like, this sounds like it's slightly slowed down. As I mentioned in the intro, I was learning the Jaded riff, and I was at 85% learning that riff, so I forgot to turn that off. So we just listened to the first 30 seconds at 85% speed. So I'm gonna bring it back to the start and put it at normal. Okay, sorry, let's go. I was like, why does it sound like it's being dragged down out? Though this riff's gonna sound better now, 100%. It already sounded sick, but let it breathe. Transform my death into a conduit. This body separate from the fear. The sign of coping mechanism of monotony. I will destroy the deprivation that I was forced to live. It's a long song. It feels a lot longer than... We've only been listening for 4 minutes. Also, this is a part of a new like EP that's coming out. They've released 3 singles already. What are we going to get, like 3 extra ones on top of this? How long is the actual track? Let me see what it's like on Spotify. Guessing it's about 30 seconds ripped off that, so it's about 4:10-ish. Cellar Door is... It's 4:43. I guess this still counts as the track. You know, sometimes they like add a little bit extra in. Okay, that sounds like it's going to go into Jaded. That is definitely going to transition right into Jaded, if you can hear that. I'm pretty sure they've already released the track list, so let me confirm. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so I just looked up. The Fear of Fear is the new EP that's coming out. So they have already released 3 tracks from it. And yeah, I could hear the swelling at the end. That sounded exactly like the intro to Jaded. And that track is actually the intro. So interesting that they released the intro to The Fear of Fear. And then it goes into Jaded, and then Too Close, Too Late, Angel Eyes, The Void, and then Ultraviolet is the last track. So that was Cellar Door by Spiritbox. Okay, just listen to the track a few more times, and my god, is that a different take to anything we've gotten from the 3 singles so far. So we started with The Void, which I am still not the biggest fan of. It's a good song, but I do just think the way in which they released it at the time was obviously a little bit of a strange take. So I can only go off of my opinions at the time. Now, I think with the 2 tracks that they've released after that, I'm kind of forced to eat my words a little bit, because Jaded and this track were definitely a lot more catered towards what I'm looking for. I think The Void is going to be perfectly situated on this EP, but I just thought as a single, it just didn't really do much for me. But the fact that it is an EP, they have less like choices to choose from. So if they're to just give us like 3 heavy tracks as singles, then when the EP comes around, we've just heard 3 of like the heavier tracks. And then if The Void was on the album, I'd probably be pissed off as well. So I do have to commend them for dropping The Void maybe first, because now it feels like we've just gone on an upwards trajectory. Now, in saying that, Jaded is still by far my favorite single that they've released so far. I would say it's Jaded, then this, then The Void. But I think they are all really solid tracks, and I think they're all going to work really perfectly in the album. Now, in saying that, we kind of already know how Jaded and now Cellar Door work in the album, because obviously they are in order as it is. So you can actually like play the first part of the EP, which is obviously what I was hearing when the outro of this track, Cellar Door, just kind of faded into Jaded. So you can already get the first 2 tracks on the album as they're intended to be, but we're going to have to wait for the EP to drop before we'll actually know how Jaded transitions to the next track. But as for this track, I love, first and foremost, let's start from like the start of the track. I loved how intentional it was from the very start. It was just so goddamn heavy, really like letting you know this is going to be this style track, because obviously with Jaded and The Void, you know, it could have went anyway. On a first listen, it could have gone anywhere. I know there was a big riff at the start of Jaded, but it was still kind of nice, and I guess the clean guitar tones started off the track really well, so you could kind of get an idea as to where it was going to go, but you're a little bit unsure. The Void, definitely as well, you're a little bit on your toes. Where could this go? But with this one, just heavy fucking riffs from the very get-go, and it didn't really let up for the entire track. But from a vocal standpoint, I love the like creative effects that they chose on Courtney's, let's call her Corey there, Courtney's vocals, where she came in, the like echo where it's time is always there to catch my fall. So just the, like, you can hear her like coming in again. It could have just started off with her singing as normal, but just that little creative touch was really, really nice and really brought her like entry into the track alive, in my opinion. I love how it stayed stupid heavy for the first and second verse, but you could still hear that it was a Spiritbox riff from a guitar standpoint, because there's just that little like Mike Stringer accent at the end, that little Spiritbox, like that's just, whenever I hear something like that, it just reminds me of Spiritbox straight away. So although it was a lot more like heavy than a lot of the recent stuff we've gotten from Spiritbox, you could still hear that like little accent at the end of each riff in the 2 verses. So verse 1 and verse 2, you could hear that, so it always came back to that, which is really nice, kind of like letting them go in a much heavier direction and then bringing it back to, I guess, that more nuanced Spiritbox sound as well. Also loved, I don't know if I loved the chorus. The chorus wasn't bad. I'm a sucker for a big like catchy melodic chorus, but this track is obviously a little bit different. They're not going for that look at all. But I did like the really ominous, like kind of creepy chorus. Probably perfect for releasing it in October, to be honest, because it did really give that like ominous kind of like a little bit like Invent Animate with the clean guitar tones, but the actual effects and everything that were coming off of, I'm gonna assume the plugin or whatever that they're using. I don't know if they're using Mike Stringer's plugin, but it reminds me a lot of the Clean Waters effects that Gojira have on their Neural DSP plugin. It has like that really clean tone, but as the the actual note rings out, it gets real like synthy or something at the end of it. So that was very, very ominous, and it was a pretty cool way to, I guess, build the chorus and create this like creepy atmosphere, but also they use that to fade the track out into Jaded, which we've already discussed. So yeah, overall, I think that track deserves a good 8.4 out of 10 from me. I really enjoyed it. Again, I'm always happy when Spiritbox go heavy, and I'm interested to see how the actual EP turns out now, because again, we've heard 3 tracks, 2 of them are absolutely fantastic. The Void will work in the album, I get it. It's not a bad song by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That's all from me. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like in the video if you did so, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.